Growing up in Champaign-Urbana was a lot of fun. We're war on poverty kids, and so we're talking about the end of the Johnson administration, Head Start kids, Sesame Street. I can't forget about the Boys and Girls Club. It wasn't the Boys and Girls Club, it was the Boys Club when I was growing up. My mother ran the Girls Club, but also at the beginning of the age of hip hop culture. You know, I'm a creative kid. Music and it was always played a big role, but there wasn't many opportunities for me to connect. One of the programs that actually they canceled just as I was coming into just 7th grade was their radio program at the junior high. And it was a program I was excited about because I always loved music and the community that music brings. And so I'm like, man, I can't wait to come over there and get involved in that. The very year that I come over there, they killed the program. And so me not being a sports kid, I didn't have a connection to many things. So high school became a place of trying to find self. Really got caught up in making some poor choices. And ultimately, by the time I got out of high school, I went straight to prison. 2 weeks after I graduated from high school, I went to prison. That experience hasn't left me. It'll be with me to the day I die. And I say that from the standpoint of that's what I call my assignment. God came into my cell and told me, if you tell your story, I'll let you out of this prison, but you have to tell your story for the rest of your life. And so I started signing my name when I was 18 in prison, Dr. Will Patterson, PhD. A black attorney named Walter Clifton had the first black law firm in Champaign-Urbana, became my mentor. And Walter just exposed me to things about myself that I had never experienced, gave me literature I'd never seen before, and really taught me about self and about social responsibility and about that I could achieve and go to school anywhere that I wanted to and that I was smart. So I went to Parkland and just started from the beginning. Since 1984, it's been a trajectory of higher education and trying to get an understanding of what happened to me and why did it happen, because I didn't want other kids to experience that. So many young people that have come from areas where there's limited resources, where there may be high gun violence and just despair, still have dreams, hopes, and ideas and different things like that, but they need support in learning how to get there. I said, I want to get an education, but I don't want to be a classroom teacher per se. And I want to learn from a curriculum perspective, so I ended up getting a master's in curriculum from Illinois State. Advisor there told me, said, well, if you want to get a master's in that, you got to get back up with policy, and the best policy school is at the University of Illinois. I ended up applying and got accepted. And so the thing that I tell young people today, you have to have humility in order to understand, to get the lessons that you need in order to help your work.
My name is Brandon McFarland. I am the Recruitment and Retention Coordinator for Urbana School District 116. Will Patterson is my mom's first cousin. I've always admired his journey and admired his love for community and his love for helping kids and help them find their own voice.
Young people need to know that you love them, number one, and so you have to show up with love and understanding and build trust and relationships. And one of my projects, the Hip Hop Express Double Dutch Bus, we travel around the country because we want to connect with young people and find genius minds. And they always want to know, are you going to come back? Like, absolutely, we're coming back. For real, and when we keep showing up, that's where the trust begins.
He sees a need and he tries to help fill that void however the best he can, either through connections or getting involved. He's very connected to the Boys and Girls Club. You know, he was a member there. Also, first string, a community team. He was one of the co-founders of that organization, and he loves music. So music is definitely a big way through the Hip Hop Express. He travels all over the country, you know, trying to raise awareness for learning through hip hop. And so he promotes the Champaign-Urbana community all over our nation.
You know, when I got the call that I was being recognized, it was mind blowing. It's a testimonial to the process, right? It's a testimonial to where you've come from and some of the things that you've done and how you've tried to right some of the wrongs.
He took that second chance and ran with it. And by getting that second chance and making the most of it, he now gives back to the community. He embodies what the Urbana community represents and aspires to be.
The accolades for me comes from a young person coming to learn more, to teach me more, to see when you walk in the door, they like to see you coming. And when they like to see you come through the door, you know you can do some good work.